Welcome to Greenfield Central Junior High Sound Board Training. The sound board is kept in this room right here. It is off the cafeteria. And you come in this room and roll this over to the location we're about to show you. So this goes over by this external sound board up here, and you'll see the plug on the wall, and you set this right next to it. There's the clock on this side of the cafeteria. When you're looking at the remote sound board, the channel that actually signifies our new soundboard, it should be on level 5. Once the soundboard's uncovered, it will look pretty intimidating. You will not be using hardly any of these knobs. You'll just be using some sliders. Notice laying on top of the soundboard there's a coiled up microphone cable. They're also laying at the back of the soundboard is a coiled up power cord. This will be the first two things you do. You need to undo the power cord, plug it in the wall socket. The coiled up microphone cable needs to be lifted off gently and unwound to come over to this microphone wall jack that is labeled mixing console. You are now attaching that whole soundboard to the cafeteria sound system. The microphone cable goes from the mono out jack on the back of the soundboard to the mixing console wall jack. Okay, backstage right, which is the north side of the stage, you'll see that there are 4 wires hanging here. And this looks like a real mess, but it really is easy to understand. These 2 wires and these 4 wires run the hanging mics that are on the stage. If you unplug these bottom 4 from the snake, and we're going to talk about the snake in a second, and plug these 4 in here, then your system will be as it was before we got the new system. You would have 4 hanging mics, the outside 4, and then you would be using the remote soundboard that's in the wall, the black one that I just showed you. So if these go in here, the system's just like it was before you bought the new system. Okay, so we're going to talk about the snake now. This is called a sound snake. This end of the sound snake is going out to the new soundboard. You can see that we have all kinds of mic jacks in it. 6 of the mic jacks are taken up by the 6 hanging mics. So we have room for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more microphones that could be on stage. So right now we're going to take this and uncoil it and take it out to the soundboard. I kind of flip it as I go. Notice as you uncoil it, you can go pretty much across the stage, and you can uncoil it till you reach the spot where the coil of the snake has been velcroed into a bundle. Take the excess, I'm going to go behind the flagpole. Try not to knock the flagpole over. And keep pulling. So you get that pretty tight there. Lay it in the corner. Run it along the wall. To the soundboard. As we bring the snake to the back of the soundboard, you'll see that I have 1 bundle of mic cords bundled together. That bundle is really not going to be used unless you have a big production, and you'll be calling me to help with that. This bundle starts with the different channels, and it goes, I believe, 1 through 9. So we're going to search for channel 1. and we're going to plug it into channel 1 on the soundboard. See the 1 there? Channel 1. We plug it in. Then we can just go through. This one happens to be channel 4, so we're going to plug it in to channel 4. Here we have channel 9. Match the numbers. Channel 5. Channel 6. Make sure that they click in. Channel 2. Channel 3. Helps to know that the little slot, empty slot, goes up when you're plugging it in. Channel 8. And hopefully this is channel 7. Now what you've done when you plug all 9 of these in is that these first 6 right here are the hanging mics on the stage. And you will be controlling those hanging mics from right here, the first 6 sliders. These 3 channels would just be ready for you to plug mic cords in up on the snake box back on the stage for you to run across the stage for solos and things like that. So you would plug a mic cord into the slot on the box named channel 7, 8, and 9. Just to review, you have brought the soundboard over to this area on the wall. You've plugged it into the electrical. You've gone from the mono out, which should always be hooked up, down through the wall, plugged it into a mic jack. You've got the sound snake off the stage and run it along the wall and plugged it in. Now it's time to turn the soundboard on. Here's the on-off switch right above the power cord. So we turn it on. You might hear a little pop like we just did. Now the soundboard is ready to use. For purposes of demonstration, I'm going to plug a very long mic cord with a mic at the other end into channel 8 on the box, which we know corresponds to channel 8 out on the soundboard. You'll remember that back on the snake box on the floor, we plugged a microphone cord into mic jack number 8. So we're going to come here to the soundboard and find channel 8. We know that if we follow my finger up, that corresponds to the snake cord number 8. So everything is in sync. We're on channel 8. We have a snake cord going to 8 to the mic jack box number 8. To make this channel work, we have to turn it on with the on button. It lights up when it's working. It's very helpful to make sure your microphone is on as well. Then you slowly slide this up. Check 1, 2, 3, 4, and you can see that we have a lot of good volume on the microphone channel. Channels 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6 are the hanging mics, and we'll talk more about those in a little bit. Come down to this end of the soundboard. You need to have the main speakers turned on. There's a mono and a stereo slider, and they need to be turned on for the system to work. And you can just leave those on at all times. You don't need to shut those off. Just leave them on. You'll notice coming out of the back of the soundboard is a thin wire. Looks like it has a headphone jack on the end of it. This would be for an iPod, iPad, anything that takes a phone. If you had a MacBook over here that you wanted to play music from, anything that will take a headphone jack, this will play through your sound system, and it will play on channels 23/24. It even says iPod in. So before we turn on that channel, we're going to plug it into our iPhone or device. We're going to pick a song. And we're going to make sure that the volume on the song isn't too loud. So I have it about a third of the way up. And the song is playing now. So I'm going to go back to the soundboard. I'm going to turn on the iPod channel 23 and 24, and I'm going to slowly turn it up. If it's not loud enough, you can turn it up on your device. So So it looks like 2/3 of the way up on my iPhone is the correct volume to operate this. For purposes of demonstration, I went backstage and unplugged this mic cord from jack number 8 because I wanted to show you that we have some open mic jacks on the back of the new soundboard. You could choose any one of these if you wanted to just have a mic to speak to people here in the cafeteria. So we're going to just, for sake of luck, we're going to pick channel 13, plug in the mic jack. Here's the mic again that goes to it. We're going to go around to the front side of our board, find channel 13, turn it on, slowly slide the slider up, and you'll see that we have some great quality sound by plugging a mic directly into the board, not the snake backstage, on these open channels that we have here. And it works quite nicely if you wanted to have, during lunchtime, a mic plugged into the board right here.